Good morning, sir. I'm Angelew, and this is my pre-recorded video for the evaluation. So, these are the questions for the subject. It says here, what is your expectation before the start of the class? So, my expectation before the start of the class is that I could learn more from this subject, and especially that this is important, especially for us, for our course as we go further. And for the reason that this improves also our critical thinking and analyzation skills. Next is, are the expectations met after one semester? So I could say that yes, some of my expectations are met after one semester. And next question is the module uploaded can be used as a self-learning module? For me, it's no, because studying the module by ourselves is hard, and we need the guidance of our instructor, which is given naman. And next is, the module is not a perfect module and there are errors or typo errors. Yes, I agree for this one. Next is, what is your most favorite topic and why? So in this subject, my most favorite topic is all about the hypothesis testing, because for me this is challenging. And next is, what is the least topic that you have difficulty and comprehension and why? So I could say in here it is the lesson 4, the confidence interval and the sample size, because I could say that maybe I have coped up a bit on the discussions and I understand some of the topics, so I understand some of it. Next is, as a student, how will you assess your performance in quizzes, exercise, and major exams? So, for me, as a student, I could say that I have a good performance in my quizzes, exercise, and my major exams. Though I could say that there are some low scores, but maybe because this is just what beyond my capability. And next is, how about in following instructions? How many times you failed to follow instructions and why? I don't know how many times I have failed to follow the instructions, but I agree that some of my instructors' instructions I have failed to follow some of it, for the reason that for the will that I want to pass my activities earlier, I have not read the instructions carefully. Next is, are you on time in submission of the class activities? And how many times you submitted your paper late? So in here, I could say that I have submitted my class activities and so on time, because our instructor has set a rule that anyone who is late in submitting his or her papers will be marked as 0, because that is your responsibility as a student. You need to do your activities on time. And are there moral values learned from the subject? Yes. Moral values learned from this subject is you need to learn how to be a responsible student in order to grow by yourself and to pass the subject. Next is, are you confident enough to admit that you learned all the topics discussed in the module? So in here, I could say that I'm not confident enough to admit that I learned all the topics discussed in the module, because there are some part of the module that I have difficulties from. Last is for the teacher. Give your honest evaluation for your instructor. So in giving evaluation or rating for an instructor, I could say 9.5, because he has given his best for us and he handles the class well. Though some of our needs are not attended sometimes because of the reason maybe that he handles uh, too much section, and excuse me, he has also other works. And that's all. Thank you. And there is a